This segment is on biscuit method. In this case, we are going to do what is called cut-in biscuits versus that is creamed. If you're going to do a cream style biscuit, you're going to take your fat, which is normally shortening, and cream it with the sugar so that it's evenly dispersed, and then you add your liquid, and then your dry, and then what is known as a drop biscuit. In this case, we're going to take our dry ingredients and we're going to cut in our fat. In this case, I'm going to use butter because I like it. And since it's my show, I can pick whatever fat I want. All right? But I like butter because it's got good flavor and it works really well for me. So with this, I'm going to add my all-purpose flour. In this case, I'm using all-purpose. You could do it with bread flour, which has a little bit more protein in it, which makes it a little stiffer. But in this case, it'll work just fine the way we have. And okay, we're going to add our baking powder. We're going to add our salt. We're going to add our sugar. And we're going to add our chilled butter. All of this goes into the bowl of the food processor. And we are going to pulse this and are going to cut it in so that it feels like sand. So you notice that I'm pulsing it, because what happens when you put food in a food processor, when it starts to generate and spin, everything flies up in the air, so the blades aren't in touch with what it needs to be cutting. So you pulse it, shoots it up, and then let it come back down and come back in touch with the blade. Okay, do a little bit of a check. I feel nothing but sand, which is exactly what we're looking for. We're going to take our metal bowl. I use a wooden spoon because that's how I was taught, so therefore that's what I'm going to teach you. We're going to take our cut-in method, and what you can see, because of the butter and because of how evenly mixed out it is, it has a yellow tint to it, so that you can actually see that the butter is evenly dispersed throughout the flour, and that's exactly what you're looking for. Okay, now we're going to take our milk. In this case, I have whole milk, but you could use buttermilk, and a lot of people actually prefer the buttermilk because it helps in the leavening as well. So we're going to add the liquid all at one time. Okay. Take our wooden spoon, and we're going to mix until it comes together. You do not want to overmix. If you overmix, you end up with tough biscuits, and nobody wants a tough biscuit. Okay, we're going to mix it till it starts to come together, and that's kind of where we're at right now. This is kind of, it looks ugly. Good. It's supposed to look ugly. If it looks too good, you've gone too far. So if you want it to look ugly, I'm going to take a little bit of benching flour, put it down here. We're going to take our bowl scraper. I'm going to scrape down the spoon. Okay. Take our bowl scraper. In this case, we're going to take it, we're going to scrape it down. Make sure we get as much of it out of here as we can. Okay. Take our bench knife, a little more of the dusting of the flour. You notice that the dough is not uniform and it's a little bit rough. Perfect. That's exactly what you're looking for. Okay. A little bit of flour on the knife doesn't hurt. You're going to take this and you're going to make it into a nice, roughly 1.5 to 2 inch patty square, and I come in and I cut it. And I cut it only one time, because what happens when you go to make round biscuits, the first batch is really tender, then you go to make another batch, and as a result, when you turn it over on itself, then it makes it tough. So the more you handle it, the tougher your biscuits will be. Cut them into where you want them on the bench. This one's a big one. Okay, I'm going to cut this one more time. Now the thing that you notice is that as they sit here, they're going to leaven a little bit, because baking powder, and this is double acting baking powder that I'm using, actually leavens twice. Once you add the liquid, and then the second time when you add the heat in the oven. So these have actually risen just slightly since we started, and that's very common. And you will see that we will get enough on here. Okay, so the biscuits now will be taken over and will go into the oven. And what we're going to do at this size that we have on these biscuits is going to be about 10 to 12 minutes. We're going to put them in the convection oven at 350 and in turn bake it for 10 to 12 minutes. We're going to spin them, bake them another 10 to 12, and then we're going to bring them out and they should be good. So these are going to the oven. After roughly 20 to 24 minutes, this is what you end up with. Okay? It is going to be light and fluffy, and it's going to be very moist, and it's going to eat very well, and you're going to have a hard time. When I used to make these at our restaurant, I had to hide them from the staff, and including my wife. So hopefully you have the same problem. Thank you.